Hindsight, what a wonderful thing. And making a wrong decision as to which car boot to go to can cost you a lot of money, as I found out today. Sunday morning, first visit of the season to Adams Chelford car boot. Not particularly busy today. Not too bad. There is a lot of buyers compared to sellers, but it's the first one of the season and I'm going to go along to the second car boot in Chelford, which is the original car boot for Chelford, apparently. See you in a bit. So, come to the second car boot in Chelford. 7 cars selling, 20 people buying. Yeah, disappointing really, that's it. Didn't buy anything. Very disappointed. I know it's the first one of the season, but not great. Kind of wishing I went to Crewe now. But not to worry, only spent about 10 quid today. Definitely made the wrong decision by going to Chelford because Crewe is rammed. Typical. Oh well, let's see what we get. Yeah, so Crewe's a bit deceptive today. I mean, it's busy. There's a lot of people here, a lot of sellers, but I think we've come too late. Should have started off here. Only picked up 2 things up to now, but still got quite a few stalls to have a look at. So, but they don't like you filming here, I don't think, so see you in a minute. All week I've been overly excited while I've been ironing my hoodies and my band sweatshirts because my local car boots started up today, Sunday the 30th of March. Happy Mother's Day, by the way, to everybody. Well, the women. Yeah, so Adams Chelford car boot started this morning, as did Western Crewe car boot. Both of them in the summer are brilliant, especially Adams. So yesterday I looked on Facebook and there was hundreds of comments on the Adams Facebook page and not so many on the Crewe one. So I thought, right, let's go to Adams, get there for 6 o'clock. Usually by 6 o'clock it's packed, it's rammed. Got there this morning and the field was probably not even a quarter full of sellers. Loads and loads of buyers there. Didn't spend very much. Altogether I've only spent 41 quid. There's 2 car boots in Chelford, Adams, and then there's one called the Original. There used to be one big one, but they had a fallout. Not getting into all that, but now there's 2 within 200 yards of each other. The second one, while I've been going, has always been really small, and I think there was 7 sellers there and about 7 or 8 buyers, so didn't buy anything from that one. Got back in the car and thought, sod it, I'm going to go to Crewe. I knew I was going to get there late. That starts at 4:30 in the morning. Normally I get there for like 5:30, 6 o'clock. Got there at 20 to 8 and it was busy, as you've seen on the video. Not as busy as it normally gets in the summer. I mean, that field is normally full. And there's also a second one in Crewe, which is a couple of miles down the road, but that wasn't on today. Well, what made it worse was I bumped into a lad that I've seen at numerous car boots, and he said to me, "Oh, you're late." I said, "Yeah, been to Chelford." He went, "Oh, I've run out of money," and I filled the car. I was like, amazing. So yeah, bad choice. Should have gone to Crewe, but you live and learn. I'm going to take you inside and show you what we picked up, which isn't very much, but clothing wise, we've now filled all 4 boxes there, and the top one is full, bagged, skewed and listed. The bottom 2 I've still got to photograph and get them listed. So that's my job for the next couple of days. See you inside. So first pickup of the day was this Dyson mini turbine head. It was only £1. Maybe £9.99 for that, maybe a little bit more. I'm not really sure what model this is off, and I'm not sure whether that is supposed to pull out of there or what. Is it a filter? Seems loose, but maybe that's how it should be. So that's the first one. Couple of shark head attachments, they were £1 for the two. I've sold that one for £8 before, so maybe bundle them both together for about £9.99, something like that. Then we got a pair of Eco men's slip-on shoes, size 7. They were £3. Not in bad condition. Eco is a good brand, so they should do well. It's a £19.99 for them. We'll try if we can get them marks off the front of them. Picked up a 24-inch TV. Psyche, never heard of that brand before. In good condition. Doesn't have its remote. It does have a DVD player on the side, but we all know what them are like. There's a model number. That was £10 and hoping for about £45.99 for that. Then we picked up this DAB radio. It's an Acoustic Solutions one. Not tested it yet. That was £3, hoping for about £19.99 on that. I always make sure that the aerials are intact. DAB radios normally do quite well. So yeah, should be an easy £19.99. Picked up a Jurassic Park VHS. Always got to check that there's no mould on the actual tape. This one seems fine. Not really sure on the value of it, to be fair, but thought I'd pick it up and give it a go. Don't normally bother with VHS, but Jurassic Park should do okay. That was 50p, so even if it's £9.99, it's still not too bad. Then we picked up this Dyson V7 trigger. That was £3. The bloke said he didn't know whether it worked or not. It doesn't have a charger, but seems to be working okay to me. Price wise, I'm not too sure, maybe £25.99. I don't really want to buy a charger. I don't think that'll add to the value, so I'll put a video of it working, and yeah, hopefully that'll go for £25.99 from £3. Then we picked up this Dyson. Now it says, I'm not sure on these Dysons, but that attachment says V8 Animal Extra. So is that a Dyson V8? It looks almost the same as the other one, which is a Dyson V7 trigger, although the back bit's a bit different. So yeah, it's got the charger. It works. All these attachments, and I paid £20 for that lot. Price wise, I'm not sure. I don't know whether to split it up. I'm sure I can get £25.99 for that, maybe 20 for that, and then 15 for the charger maybe. So it might be worth parting it out. So yeah, £20 spend, should be a decent return. So just checked, the telly and the DVD player doesn't work. I've tried about 5 different discs and it just keeps spitting them out. So that's going to affect the price, but I'll aim for £29.99. Still see a return on the £10. Just a bit gutted really, but that's a chance you take with these tellies with the DVD players built in. I'd say 7 out of 10 don't work, but there you go. So me and Michelle nipped down to Hanley yesterday, did a 60-mile round trip to pick up these motorbike items for £50. They're all in really good condition. That says XL, but I think it's an XL Youth. But That's gone on for £16.99. And then we've got, I unfold them again, Suzuki. That's size small, but good condition. A little bit bobbly under there, but that's not mad about that. And that's gone on for 20. And then we've got Kawasaki GG Speedfit. That's a medium. That's a small. That's a nice one. I think he said he bought these from Superbike meetings that he'd been to. You haven't seen these properly, have you yet? And we've got another Suzuki one. This is like a lightweight hoodie. This is a large. I like that. So it's a pity they're not bigger because I'd have them. I'd wear them myself. You like that? Good. And we've got a Honda racing hoodie fleece. I think that's a medium. Yeah, that's a medium. That's a nice one. In good condition. That should do quite well. Why are you laughing at me? Always laughs at me behind the camera. I like this one. I wish this was a bigger size. Yamaha Tech 3 fleece jacket. Again, it's a medium, but that should do quite well. I think I've put that on for, what have you put that on for, 50 quid, 45.99? Something like that. She's giving me the eyes, so that's that one. And then, the creme de la creme, BKS all-in-one leathers in really, really good condition. All the armour, got the back armour, great condition. Size 44, which I think in these on BKS is a UK 44, and that's gone on for £199.99. So let's see what happens with that one. So we started to do a little bit more on Vinted. You'll have seen me pick up these Dr. Martens girls' shoes, ladies' shoes, for a 10 quid off Runcorn Carboot. Sold them for 30, so that was £20 profit. What you didn't see on the motorbike clothing pickup was some AGV gloves. They weren't in great condition. They had a couple of rips in them. I tried them on and I couldn't get them off again. Nathan had to pull them off my hands. They sold for 8 quid. If we say everything cost £6.20, so we made £1.80 on them, but they've gone. I'm surprised they sold, to be honest, with the holes in them. Then we sold these Vans old school stack trainers. We bought them off Vinted for £13.69 about 6 or 7 weeks ago, and we sold them back on Vinted for 40 quid, so made £26.31 profit. Then we sold a vintage wholesale supply college sweatshirt for a tenner. Obviously it cost £1, so that's £9 profit. So that's Vinted for this week. So eBay, sale number 1 of the week is a ladies biker vest from Vintage Wholesale Supply. Sold that for £20.98, made £11.33. The next one is the Yamaha PSR keyboard, which you'll have heard me talk about in the last video. Been dead worried about this, but it's been delivered, it's been signed for. We've got a photograph of the actual item in the doorway and the person behind it. So yeah, as far as we're concerned, it's all good. Got £249.99 for that, and that cost us £20 off Facebook. So we've made £174.76p on that, so that's good. Then we sold these North Face Thermoball mule slippers. They were £13.69 off Vinted, sold for £38.39, so £15.31 profit. This Roman ladies blouse owes us nothing, sold for £26.73, so that's £19.50 profit. Harry Potter audio book CD, which we picked up from Runcorn Carboot, sold for £17.38, made £8.41 on it. Timberland men's boat shoes, these were £11.59 off Vinted, sold for £45.68, giving us £23.62 profit. Adidas ZX 700s, these weren't a good pickup, they only cost £2, only got £18.28 for them, £8.09p profit. The BKS motorbike leathers, which you'll have seen us pick up from that bloke in Hanley, we got £159.60 for them. I was going to put them on for Michelle was going to put them on for £199.99, but we brought the price down a bit just to be a bit more realistic, and they sold quick. So yeah, they went for £159.60, £124.66 profit on them. The Sharp DVD box set, remember the guy at Runcorn Carboot gave it me for free. Well, it wasn't free. The trainers he gave me were different sizes, which cost a £5. He gave me this for free, so I'm going to say it cost £5. That sold for £15.99, so we made £5.72 profit on it. The Hard Rock Hurricane glasses I've sold for £22.34. We made £11.65 on them. They've gone abroad, so I had to do some good packaging on them. New Balance 550s, they were £13.69 off Vinted, sold for £38.34, £14.35 profit. Converse Chuck Taylor All-Star high tops. Get my words out. Sold for £36.39. They were £13.69 off Vinted, £13.59 profit. And we picked up this vintage steeple tone radio last week for £3. Sold for £20.95, £10.38 profit. So not been too bad of a week. The new tax year starts in a couple of weeks' time, and we're seriously debating whether to use something like Quickbooks. And I'd like people that have used Quickbooks in the past or are using it now to drop me a comment down below and let me know how you find it. Is it easy enough to use? I mean, I'm really organised. I've got everything on a spreadsheet. All the accounting I do, it's all on spreadsheets. I know exactly where we're up to. But 2026, when making tax digital comes along, apparently we're going to need to use software to do the accounting, and it's going to be every quarter. So I think I'd prefer to get organised from the new tax year, and if we're going to use software, to use something like Quickbooks. When I first started doing YouTube videos, once my wife and daughter stopped laughing, I didn't have a clue as to how they were going to do. I honestly thought I'd do a couple, no one would watch, and I'd get fed up with it and think, what's the point? But I'm on video 11. I've had 6,500 views and 525 subscribers up to now, so I'm buzzing with that. I'm really made up. So if you've subscribed, thanks very much. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so, because it's free. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps me out, helps the channel out. Right, I'm going to leave this one there, guys. So take care, everybody. Hope you have a good week, sales-wise, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.